Hi everyone, welcome back to my readings. My name is Jasmine. I have been away for a while now because I have been sick and I wasn't feeling very well and I needed some rest. So I'm very sorry for my absence, but now I'm back. I'm ready to make things up to you. I have planned a lot of celebrity tarot readings for you. And today we're going to start with Keanu Reeves. This is a requested reading from one of my followers. We're going to do a celebrity reading for him. But before I do that, I just want to remind everyone that this is for entertainment purposes only. And you can also find my content not only here on YouTube, but I do run a Patreon account as well. My Patreon username is Bubbles on Ice. I do some exclusive tarot readings there that I don't post on YouTube. So if you like my content, please give me a subscribe and also please visit my Patreon. You might like my content there. So back to Keanu Reeves. We're just going to do a general reading for him today. I would like to know a little bit about his vibe, what kind of person he is, if there's anything we need to know, or the cards would like to tell us about Keanu Reeves. Let's take a look. Oh dear. For Keanu Reeves, he is kind of a hermit in a way. He's always searching for inner knowledge, inner healing. I think this is a man who has been carrying a lot of pain. He has really had a rough path, and he has been through a lot. He has really been exhausted and been in a lot of pain, carrying a lot of burden with him. And he has put a lot of hard work in order to put things behind him, and he has succeeded. He has, but he is still a person that needs to ground himself every day and try to remind himself of how strong he is. So he is some kind of a hermit. And you know, don't be fooled because he is still hurt. It's not like he has put everything behind him. It is still in, you know, the back of his head. So it will always be in the back of his head. But he turns his pain into strength, and he chooses his paths very wisely. Now he is a person, I believe, who values, you know, quality and high standards. He is also very creative. He has a lot of new ideas, a lot of creative ideas, things that he would like to experiment. He's a curious person by nature, but he is also the type of person who likes structure. He doesn't like interferences or distractions while he's working. He doesn't like interruptions. He is very methodical and very steady, and he seeks order and stability. He likes to plan ahead. He likes to know what um, he just likes to be prepared. Um, and I think his performance as an entertainer reflects his, public humility, his kindness, and his care. He is a very grounded person, even though he is famous. He really, people acknowledge him. He is very famous. He is, he has reached public acknowledgement many, many times. But he remains very grounded, and he also values his close ones, his friends, with all his heart. So even though he's rich, he has his wealth, he has his fame, he is very loving, he's very caring, and he's also a humanitarian. And people respect him. He is very highly respected, but he is very, very down to earth, and he's a very caring person, which is why we have this Empress card here, which is all about nurturing, all about loving and caring for, the environment and people around him. He pays attention to people, and he's very kind. He's kind to the core. He's also very true to his art. He's true to his creativity. He always sees the good in people, and he tries to make the world, more. He tries to make the world a more compassionate place. And he's truly one of the kind, because I think that many celebrities, many, actors, musicians, athletes, or whatever, they get to a point where they let fame go to their head. But Keenau has always maintained very grounded and very he doesn't flaunt his wealth. He doesn't go around acting like he's better than everyone. So he is, just he is a pure artist. He loves his art. He likes to act. He likes music, and he is also, very talented. But at the same time, he's also a person who is very well mannered and very well behaved, and very, very compassionate. So this combination makes him into a person very well liked and very loved by the public. This is also a person who has been facing a lot of hardship, even though he is this very good person, you would expect that karma treats him well, but he has actually had a very tough life. He has had a lot of losses in his life. He has suffered from a lot of real pain, heartache, but yet he manages to maintain a well-behaved human being, a very generous person. He doesn't allow his personal beliefs to overshadow his judgment. And he is also not a person who looks for revenge or feels any remorse or anger towards people. Um, he is able to put those things behind him, so that he is able to transition himself, to heal instead of. Yeah, and I think this is also part of the reason why he continues to be successful, because he's not a person that you can dislike in any way, because he's a very everyday person. We all can recognize ourselves in him in one way or another, and everyone knowing the things that he stands for would want to be more like him. Um, and what is special about him is this ability of, you know, of just being very kind. This random act of kindness is a great ability that he has. But he is a quiet man. He is not very loud. He doesn't take a lot of space. He knows what he stands for, and he shows it through his actions. He will tell you if you ask him, but he is not a person who will force you to have the same opinion as him. And he's also a very strong man, a man who has, as I said before, gone through a lot of pain and sorrow. His heart has been bleeding, and even though he has been going through and probably is still going through so much, he remains very humble and decent, and it's really admirable. But he is not the most outgoing person. He makes sure that everyone is treated politely and respectfully, and he knows how to read a room, and he knows how to connect to people in a deeper level. But he is not very outgoing. He's not like a social butterfly or anything like that. You won't see him very much socializing anywhere. He stays very composed, and that is even when he's faced with life challenges. We've got the Five of Cups here. It keeps coming up in the cards that this is a man who has experienced a lot of loss and sorrow, but who is also constantly trying to find peace and trying to move on. So I do think that he has his inner struggles, he has his demons, and he probably suffers, a lot from depression and feeling lonely and all that, feeling that he has lost people that he loved and still loves, and that affects him in his everyday life. But he is trying his best to move on. He's trying his best to heal, and while he is doing that, he is also able to treat other people with respect and politeness. So he is really a person to look up to and a person to admire because of that, of his strength. So this is a little bit about Keanu Reeves. If you have any comment about this reading, any additional questions, please feel free to ask me in the comment section. I'll try my best. Sometimes it's difficult to keep up because I do run the Tumblr account as well as my Patreon, and I get a lot of submissions everywhere, and I try to keep up with my followers with questions and requests and things like that, but I really struggle to be online like 24/7. So sometimes I'm just not able to keep up. So I'm very sorry about that, but I do try my best, and I do sometimes reach out to my followers as well. Yeah, thank you very much for watching this reading. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that if you like my content that you will give me a like or subscribe to my channel. And please also take a look at my Patreon. You might like my content there. And until next time, bye bye everyone.